I don't know. It's
Oh,
okay. We're live. All right. Yay! Welcome to Cleveland Business Live, episode 32. I'm Lisa Cole with eXp Realty. And if you want to talk anything real estate, buying, selling, or if you want to be on the show, just go ahead and go to lisacole.work. And that's the best way to connect with me. Today, I am so excited to have Susan Priest Richlak on with me. Welcome.
Thank you. This is so exciting.
Yes, I'm so excited to have you. So on purpose, how do you say it? 86400 or
86400, and I can tell you the story of that when you're ready.
Okay, awesome. So this is like a topic that I love and devour on a daily basis. So this is like, I'm so excited to hear like how this all began, what it is, everything.
Okay.
So
on purpose 86400 is just a women's resource network, really just simply about educating women and providing personal development for them in a fun, inspiring way to encourage everybody to live their lives all 86,400 seconds every day. So
wow, that's a lot of seconds.
I know.
That's a lot of seconds to be on purpose.
I know.
So you're an attorney, and how did this all evolve? Like, where did this start, and what does it look like today?
Okay, it has really been actually a very long journey that has finally come to fruition. So I've always just been like you, kind of that self-help book junkie, every new book that comes out, every business training. So I always had that mindset. And right after my daughter was born, and you just met her, so she's 22 now, I read a book called Simple Abundance by Sarah Van Brethnick. And she was on Oprah, and she was the guru of the time. It was called A Day Book of Gratitude and Comfort. And she just really talked about starting with gratitude and then working through some very simple processes of organizing and simplifying and really stripping your life back to figure out what is important and then build your life going forward with all of those things that you want to be.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just struck by it. I was a new mom. I was a working new mom. And so it just really resonated with me. And I started kind of collecting little thoughts. And I was originally going to write a book. I have a manuscript over there somewhere that's barely written, but needs to be fine-tuned. And then I kind of decided, you know what, a book that's too much. Maybe I'll do a blog. And it has evolved many times. But this has been over 20-some years.
Wow.
That corner of my office, I have about 4 tote bags of just little snippets of kernels of information that I've always wanted to share. And I've always been among my friend group and family members, kind of the glass half full. Oh, I heard this great tidbit, and it's just how I've always been. So in 2019, my younger son went to college, and I was an empty nester and just had some time to sort of really think back to some of these things I had been thinking about. And I just decided, you are either going to move forward with doing something or you're throwing all this shit away. Like, enough is enough. It was kind of this albatross on my back that I was always kind of thinking about. So I just started in the beginning of last year, just deciding, this is it. This is the company name. This is what we're doing. I started drafting content. I started reaching out to other experts in the personal development space, in the lifestyle space. And by November of last year, we launched. My website went live, and we had 2 events with 2 more planned right when COVID hit. So my philosophy with it is really self-help personal development meets ladies' night out cocktail party.
Oh.
You go on our website, you'll see that our events are really, it's a party. I want you to come with your girlfriends, grab your friends, and enjoy a nice evening to yourself, which many women just don't take the time to do. But we are going to learn something tangible and come away with real tangible skills that we can use to live our lives with intention.
I love it. So how have you pivoted since COVID? You're doing the online?
Yes, we did a few. It's even that has sort of evolved because at first we thought, okay, this will be a couple of weeks and then we'll get back at it. We'll pick a new date. Well, now obviously things are much different. So we
Mhm.
have moved to a virtual format. Our next event is kind of inspired by COVID because I just feel like everybody has sort of had their whole year put on hold and we need to reboot. We've got basically a quarter left in this year, and we need to put some of this behind and get back to those intentions that we set at the beginning of the year that have
Oop, you're freezing up.
we're having a oh, you there?
Okay, you're unfrozen. You were just okay.
So we are having a New Year's Eve part two event. We're having a ball drop. We're champagne toast. It is virtual.
Ooh,
So if you
so bring
register,
your own champagne.
yes, I also have a specialty cocktail if you prefer that. All of the recipes and links to other appetizer recipes.
Oh, how
We
fun.
also have, I had partnered with my first couple events with the Burntwood Tavern and M Italian, which are beautiful backdrops for
Yes.
events. And we're working with a couple local restaurants too for anybody who's going to register for the event. When you get your ticket, there will be some codes. You can pick up some appetizers and get some discounts and have your little party at home.
Oh my gosh, how
Really
fun.
hoping that people will gather their whatever they're comfortable with, gathering together and get a group of people together. If you go to my feed, either on Instagram or Facebook, this whole past week, I highlighted all of our experts. It's really an amazing panel of women that are going to share um, time management tips, personal wellness tips, overcoming challenges. I have a neuroscientist coming. Her name is Tamsin Astor, and she wrote an amazing book about habits and changing your habits.
Mm.
And she's going to, provide some instruction to us. And then we're going to cap off the night by I have a group of intentions that people can pick to reset the year. And I'm working with an amazing friend of mine who's a talented jewelry designer, a handcrafted jewelry designer. And whatever your intention is, we'll coordinate to a gemstone. And if you choose to, you'll get a discount code to order a beautiful pendant necklace. She has all kinds of different designs that will be your
Ooh.
reminder to set that intention and live by intention.
Wow, I love it. And I think people's New Year's resolutions I mean, maybe they stay the same, but maybe they changed after, going through COVID and all of that and just having a new perspective on things.
Yeah. Yeah.
What would you say is some of the things that you've taken away from like going, well, I have so many questions. Like, first off, you're, living on purpose. What are some things that you do every day to live on purpose?
So a couple of the things that I've really changed up. One, in the course of putting things together to go live with this company, I did start myself working with a life coach. And I
Mm.
have to say, Dana Kelly of Dana Kelly Wellness, and she's going to be one of the presenters. If you're not paying attention and setting intention daily and paying attention to those 86,400 seconds every day, it's time for bed,
Yeah.
So I try to set a morning ritual where I express some gratitude for things in my life and really talk about what's going to make today good for me, what's my focus for the day. When I launched the first event in January of this year, it was a vision board, get to know your intentions going forward in the year. And I always say we kind of develop over time. You come out of college and you're this fireball of whatever you're going to do, or whenever you get out into the work world, and things just kind of happen. And then you might wake up at 25, 30, 35, 40, 50, and just look at yourself and say, what am I doing? Like,
Yeah.
this is not what I envisioned for my life. If you even stop to think about what you were envisioning for your life.
Right.
So
You're just going through the motions. Yeah, for sure.
right.
So you just take time and so part of what you do every day is just take time in the morning to get really clear on what your goals are for the day and all that good stuff.
Yes, yes. And then I also have a set of values. Our second event that we did, which was really great, and we'll probably do this one again in the coming year. I have a deck of cards that have a list of 50 some values. And we do this little exercise where you have to read the card, figure out all the potential values, and really strip down to what is important to you. We all
Mhm.
have kind of a set of inherent values. But again, if you're not listening to that intuition, sometimes oh, this doesn't feel right. But when you do an exercise like that and leave with, these are the 5 core values that I feel and I will commit to being important, it's
Mm,
almost like your guidepost then as you go through your day. If
right.
your individual actions aren't aligning and matching up with one of those purposes,
Hmm.
and I think women in particular sometimes are more people pleasers, or they feel
Yeah.
say they can't say yes or no to things that really do
Right.
not align with their values. But
Right.
I think one of the things we learned in COVID is we only have so much time, and
Yeah.
we need to figure it out.
Right. And I just think that's why I think meditating is so important. That's something that I love to do. I just feel like once you tune in, you can feel what the right choice is. Like you can feel it in your body. It's just like there's this like feeling in your body that goes like,
Yeah,
that's how you know it's not the right choice,
yeah,
And so if you just like learn to follow that, then it's just you're on the right path and all these synchronicity, happens and it's just, you're on the right path just by like listening to that. And I think so many women think like, and I've been there, if you do what's right for you, you're going to lose this person, that person, this job, or who knows what it is. But it's like, you may lose these things, but they weren't for you.
right, right, right.
And you will then have a life that is for you, and
Yeah.
it's just so much better.
There's all kinds of, and I'm so excited for Tamsin to come because her neuroscience background will put better scientific words to what I'm saying. But there's tons of studies out there about people who know their purpose in life. That is what gives our life meaning.
Yeah.
You know your purpose. You are living a meaningful life every day,
Right.
86,400 seconds a day. And I
Mm-hmm.
forget what the exact statistic was, but if you were to ask a group of people, what's your purpose in life? I think it's like 1 out of 10 or something can actually answer that question. Like,
Right.
how sad is that?
And it takes a while of asking yourself that question and exploring it before
Yeah,
you really can like whittle it away, but you have to.
yep,
You're not going to just know. Yeah. So you're going to go through how to get into how to find
yep,
your purpose and
yep.
how to identify your purpose, I should say.
So throughout the year, our plan is to have multiple events, but I have a pretty set series throughout the year that kind of is timed sort of seasonally appropriate to start at the beginning of each year with some of that inner work. Like,
Mm.
what is our personal well being? What are our intentions? What are those true core values? We also, our one event that got canceled that was going to be great, we have a whole um, another workshop on what it really means to be financially independent. Again, women for sure. And this is not about stay at home working. It's not about that. It's about at any given time, we all need to have the ability to be financially independent for ourselves if the circumstance happens
Right.
that way.
Right.
Um, I have a CPA who started a company called Joy Accounting that is all just focused on women and educating them.
Oh, how cool.
We're going to do some charitable work. I have a couple different charities that I'm kind of working with some things coming forward to get back to that community involvement. And so we kind of look at the whole piece of a person. Our personal well-being, finances certainly are important, our relationships and connections, our home, our surroundings. So we kind of go through a cycle throughout the year of bringing personal development workshops on all of those topics throughout the year.
So I could talk about this topic forever. So, okay, we definitely have to have you back on for sure. But in the meantime, so follow Susan on Instagram and Facebook and register for the event by Saturday, and you will be entered to win do you have the prize there?
Yes, I have a raffle prize so that we can keep you on purpose. You will get this beautiful letter board where you can make little messages to yourself.
I love that.
That kind of stuff. So I have that up all the time. Be inspired.
Oh, frozen.
And then
I can kind of hear you. Okay, here we go. Yep.
And a Be Happy book. And then I will also give you an On Purpose 86400 wristband as your tangible reminder to stay on purpose. So if you follow us, just register for the event by Saturday, and then just send me a direct message or some way to let me know you've registered, and we'll put you in the hopper, and then we'll get
awesome. And that's October 20th is the event, right? 7 to 8:30.
Yep, 7 to 8:30. It is a Zoom event. So again, I'm hoping people will register and gather your little tribe.
We're doing a 2020 do-over.
Yes. Horns. I have all kinds of. There is also an option to register for the party pack, and if you add that to your registration, you do have to register by Saturday for that. I will mail you a special little goodie pack of some things to have at your party.
Ooh, I love it. Well, thank you so much for coming on. I love what you're doing. I eat it up with a spoon. So I will definitely, I'm gonna be coming. So I didn't check my schedule, but I'm gonna clear it. So I'm excited.
Get your champagne bottles going.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, thank you so much, Susan. Thank you for coming. Everybody else have an awesome Thursday.